What's up, guys? So let's talk about free days. Why I love them and why I have included them in almost all of my programs. The exception being, my 6 week shred and my 21-day challenge, just because those are a little bit more extreme, and we're looking for those really fast initial results. Um, but just to start, leptin boosts. Okay, leptin kind of gets ignored in the diet and fitness world. That's mainstream. You see everybody eating keto, and they really ignore the importance of cheat days and boosting leptin and everything. But what leptin does is it tells your body, hey, you have enough stored fat, let's burn some for fuel. Also, as a kind of side effect of that, it suppresses your appetite. So leptin burns fat, reduces appetite. And if we're on a hardcore diet, we're trying to get shredded, those are both really, really, really good things, because once you really stop producing leptin, then your fat loss will slow, eventually stop. And that's when your body gets into this starvation mode that you hear about, where you cannot lose fat anymore. So a lot of times, if I have a client that has been training hard for weeks, and it's like, hey Phil, I've been busting my ass, I'm stuck, I'll have them go eat for like 2 or 3 days, just everything in sight, like stuff like French toast. So I got here, I got this, we got some more bread, salmon frittata, and then tacos, stuff like that, like dirty stuff that is gonna stimulate leptin production and throw them out of that plateau and help them keep getting results. Now that leads me to my next benefit of cheat days, aka free days, aka junk loads, whatever you want to call them. Cortisol reduction. So, you're dieting, you're training hard all week, you're going to start getting stressed out, okay? That is cortisol. You're putting your body through a lot. It's going to produce this hormone, and that hormone eventually over time is going to tell your body, one, to burn muscle for energy, two, to store fat because we're, starving, and we're under stress, and just three, you're going to have emotional issues like depression, anxiety, yada, yada, yada. So food helps blunt cortisol. That is why you see a lot of people with food addictions. Now, I'm not saying eat every time you feel stressed, but once a week, when you're dieting and training hard, you pound that food, it is going to smash that cortisol down, and you are going to start that next week a new person. So that's a huge benefit. Okay, so we got two huge benefits: leptin boosting and then cortisol reduction from free days. Okay, now point number 3, it spikes your insulin. Now, we all have been taught to think that insulin is bad. Why is this? It stores fat. Now, if you are dieting a lot, you've been in a deficit all week, and you're going to be very, very, very insulin sensitive, since you're probably going to be low carb. So when you hit this free day, insulin is not going to do what it normally does to people who eat sugar every day. It is going to stimulate your muscle cells to recover and grow. That means less soreness, more muscle tissue. More muscle tissue means more fat loss. And you're not going to store any fat because you've been in a deficit all week. All of those carbs that insulin is going to suck into your body are going to go straight to replenishing glycogen, okay, and recovering tissue. Your body is going to prioritize it in a beneficial manner, okay? So, third benefit, all right? So we got 3 positive effects of cheat days. We have leptin boosts, cortisol reduction, and then it spikes your insulin, all right? And then last but not least, it helps you stay sane, all right? Nobody wants to diet hardcore 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I hate dieting, man. I hate chicken breasts. I hate tilapia. I don't eat that stuff because I like it. I eat it because, I like the effects that it has on my body. I like being healthier, I like looking good. I like having abs. I like, I like not feeling like that slush on my stomach when I'm taking a shower and I'm washing myself, like small things like that. That's why we do this. We don't do it because it's fun, but yet if we're going to do this for a long time, we want to look good for life, we want to be healthy for life, we have to take a break and give ourselves a hiatus, if you will, from, such an intense lifestyle. And that's one of those things that Free Days does for us, is it lets us relax. And that goes back to my other point earlier, that lowers cortisol. Okay, so you have this kind of circle of positive effects that surround Free Days that make it overall a good thing. Okay, so if you've been dieting out there, for like 6 weeks and you haven't had a cheat day, go have one. You are only going to lose fat. Don't freak out when 3 days later the scale says you gained 10 pounds, because I promise you that's just super compensated glycogen and water weight. I can 98% guarantee you that when you get to 7 days or 6 days after your cheat day, you are going to be 1 to 3 pounds lighter than you were the day you had all of your food. All right. So guys, don't be scared of free days. They're very, very beneficial. And if you want these laid out for you, then sign up for one of my 12-week programs, or even my 6-week lean bulk, or my custom training program, because all of that will be done for you. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your Saturday.